We can run this and then lock it in with the Prof X plus the D. Oh, race? I'm sorry, but you're in for a stomping. I've got it all. Yeah. The beautiful thing is that the Professor X will be able to protect the Sentry before they can leverage a Shang-Chi against him. Do you have a way to deal with the Void? No.
Victory.
There he is. And the Void is across the board. Sentry knows his job is done. Welcome back, my friends. We're fresh off the balance changes with a major buff to the Sentry, so you know we had to jump in and start jamming with this guy. If you've been able to add him to your collection, cracked him open in Akashi Series 4 now, a little bit more accessible. Wanted to show off a starting point. Before, he had been a 4/8 spawning a -8 Void, and the problem was that you were jumping through these hoops to be able to play him and then mitigate the detriment of the Void on your board, but you were just doing all this effort for a 4/8. You could have played Jessica Jones instead and gotten just as much power with a lot less hassle. So now, with the 410, this is a stat line that we can really strive for and feel a huge increase in efficiency. So we are running a hybrid control clutter deck with the high roll of setting up Zabu and then being able to combo the Sentry, spawn the Void, and hit it with the Viper on the same turn. Turn 5, we would be able to play both Sentry and Viper together and then kick that Void over to the opponent's side of the board for a 23-point swing on turn 5, which is just insane. We have a number of other consistency pieces to be able to play around the Void. We can chow down with the Carnage. We could establish the Professor X early on the rightmost lane. That's the only spot the Void can spawn, just to lock it down and prevent the Void from being able to spawn at all. And we have the Valkyrie to be able to pick it up from a -10 to a +3, catch our opponents off guard, be able to swing a win through that avenue as well. And so in service of these different cards, we start to see the different modules of the deck take shape. The Professor X is leaning on the knowledge from the Daredevil to be a little bit more consistent. The Valkyrie is leaning on the value of the Ant-Man to go above the +3 to make sure that we take the win on that location. And then the Hood generating the Demon who can get comboed alongside the Valkyrie together on T6, again, to give us the advantage going into that final turn. The Psylocke can let us squeeze out the Professor X early as we're trying to lock down the location in preparation of the Void spawning. And then everything else is just good efficiency with the Zabu, our suite of 4 costs, running the Shang-Chi because he feels like he's essential in the meta, the Spider-Man to be able to lock things down. Spider-Man actually doing great, even against Shuri right now, being able to lock in a lane, and then you see where you have to be able to battle out. If they're using Cosmo, they're able to stop the Valkyrie, but if they're not using Cosmo, the Valkyrie up against the Red Skull is such a beautiful interaction. Jumping in here for our showcase. This is a work in progress. We've got the deck list up above. If you guys want to talk any card substitutions, deck optimizations, you know the drill. Leave me a comment down below. Chat everything snap down there. I read all the comments. If you guys have found a way to have success with the Sentry, we'd love to hear about it. Try and expand my own testing here. I know that some content creators they were pushing like a was a Sera, toxic Sera with the Sentry in here as well. And then you can use, because Valkyrie pairs up so beautifully alongside Luke Cage. That's another aspect, but I like going with this, the straight up control and just using Zabu for energy efficiency instead of the Sera. The turn 5 flip. Anyway, I don't have to go into the full breakdown. We are running this deck. We're going to talk about this deck. And Angela shows her face, man. I might get Shadow King. I can't believe that I just said that out loud, but I might be getting Shadow King. Because Shadow King's able to reset Angela back to 0. He's able to reset Bishop back to 1. I mean, that is the meta right now. That's what's hot right now. We can run this and then lock it in with the Prof X plus the D. Oh, race? I'm sorry. Racy? I don't know how to say these things. But you're in for a stomping. I've got it all. Yeah. The beautiful thing is that the Professor X will be able to protect the Sentry before they can leverage a Shang-Chi against him. That's the thing, is when Sentry is bumped up from 8 to 10, which does bear the double-edged sword of, well, now you can get killed by the Shang-Chi. So, We're using the Professor X to be able to do the protection. You could look at armor, and if you're running armor as well, if you included armor in the list as it stands, I would probably look for a way to force a Tuma in addition, because then you have 2 410s, and you already have the synergy pieces to be able to make both of them work quite well. I love the Void, man. He just swung across like that. Oh, lock it in, lock it in. Good luck, Sera. Good luck. Sometimes, well, Sera used to run like it's over. It's over. Spider-Man, you're done. You can't play here. Take your toys. Go home. Save your cubes, my friend. Friendly advice. It's so good. Spider-Man severely underrated. Compounding energy savings from Elysium and Zabu. Bringing back repressed memories of the Spider-Man Absorbing Man combos. They just go Scarlet Witch here. Are they going to be able to deal? Ooh. Sinister London was like the only flip that I'd put any respect on, and they got it. So, I mean, we'll play as hard as we can. There we go. So Ant-Man, Shang-Chi go across. It's going to be hard. That was the one flip. Do you have a way to deal with the Void? No. Victory. There he is. And the Void is across the board. Sentry knows his job is done. Professor X, Daredevil, and the Shang-Chi with the Monster Island. That feels really good to me. Shang-Chi going to be able to get a guaranteed target here. Daredevil looking to be able to go for the Professor X. Gamma Lab. Ooh. Wow, I have all my combos. But I have to feel that the cards are just better being Hulks. There goes Daredevil. Maybe I should have led Viper. Thanos. Yeah, you're going to be able to get a lot of Hulks. I don't mind too much. Eternity range. Because I could kick it across. I could just kick it across, and then I could punch his Hulks in the face, and then I could lock down the lane for a win, and then I could throw in a Valkyrie to be able to pick up the other lane. That all sounds great. Valkyrie plus the demon as the kicker. So we want to kill the 3 Hulks together, right? That's the idea. They still get the rock? Ooh. They get the rock and now it's locked down? Machine World. I think that we already beat them. What are they gonna do? Whine and complain about the flips here as they went all in on it. They brought it upon themselves. They're probably running Killmonger, right? A lot of Thanos. The adaptation for Thanos is a Thanos death deck. No play for turn 4. Okay, Enzo. I have questions. Normally when you accept a snap, it means that you have a semblance of a plan. Just saying. How do we handle it out from here? I love the idea of Prof X lock. I mean, if Prof X locks it in and then I just win the Eternity range, it's GG. 3 cards coming in. Zoop. She-Hulk. Hold on. The demon? Oh, man. By 1. Do you have it? You guys know what I'm talking about. The blue Marvel? The Marvel in blue? They didn't. Yes! I got terrified there for a second, but we clutch it out. I love our opening hand here, though. The additional clutter making things a little bit funky. Murder World, which I'd known about that before I deployed my hood. Not gonna lie. Also, we have the squirrel here. That's gonna get bound up on the Sentry combo. Anyway, I think I play the Ant-Man. I think I just hold Demon in this position. Looking at potentially a Valkyrie play here. Sentry on 4 here. Yeah, I guess. Psylocke. Psylocke? If Grand Central saved me from a Galactus, then I'm not gonna hear me saying any more degradation of the squirrels, even though they were binding me up earlier. Okay, hang on. With the Gamma Lab showing up, I mean, I've got to invest in an additional Hulk, right? It's making play around Sentry really awkward, which is what I'm trying to showcase, but you have to be flexible to play to the locations that are drawn. Your deck has to have alternate win conditions. They take away my Carnage? I don't mind. Electro? They're definitely Galactus. Okay. And then the squirrels get cleaned away. Ah, I see now. Turn 4. Hold on. I have to Viper the Psylocke across the board to stop the Galactus, but I'm going to do it when I can catch them in their tracks. Shock them. I could also Spider-Man. Yeah. The Spider-Man is just as good, so we'll snap back. Punchy. They do run Cosmo and Galactus. They could catch out the Shang-Chi if they're anticipating that is my line. So maybe the snap is a little arrogant, but I'm feeling it, guys. Whoa, okay. Well, too late to redeploy any of your Hulks. Sorry. Smoke them if you got them. The channel adage I'm not gonna say it's never steered us wrong. There's a notable oh, no. It worked out. Yeah, I was gonna say there was a notable tournament exception. No, in the tournament, I think it was the right play that I made. But anyway, I'm not gonna go down the route. If I'd smoked him when I had him, I would have won. Though now he could. We opened up an additional lane for the Galactus opportunity. That's fine. Just throw out the Spider-Man and then see what develops, I think. Yeah.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Please. Ah! Oh, we are the bane of Galactus. Yes. Ah, 4-cuber. Elysium again? I'm living a charmed life. This is actually incredible. I can Psylocke for a turn 3. It would be a turn 3 Professor X, right? Yeah, he costs 4. I would have 4 energy. Well. I'm down. It locks up the lane. Ideally in a win for me. Then the Viper is not necessary. Well, I mean, I could draw the hood later. Okay. Not going to snap yet, but I'm feeling very good about this. Ooh. A little bit of competition. Wave. So you have Wave. And then Icebox. Okay. Are you Galactus as well? Do I have to make an additional Galactus prediction, or can I just play like my Professor X like I wanted to and win? I hate these. A lot of people are playing Ramp. A lot of people are playing Galactus. If they just play Wave on curve, you have no idea which one it is. So it's just, now we guess. And now we guess. I think I probably have been saying that a lot because I am referencing a College Humor video from years ago where they did a parody movie trailer of if Minecraft was made into a movie. And they have a dramatic line in their faux trailer that's, and now we guess. Because they're in a Minecraft situation where you can't know one way or the other what you're supposed to unlock next. I don't think anybody else has been understanding that that's a reference to something. And I didn't even know, I didn't remember I was referencing something until now. You're gonna go Leech, so you are just Ramp. Will you Viper? I think I just hold. The Shang-Chi could be useful later. It's gonna be terrible as soon as they drop in Sandman. Okay, they didn't go for it. Pull a big ol' Magneto, please. Your Shang-Chi is spent. Good to know. Sentry, can you show your face? I need to win by margin of victory now, and things are not looking so good. We get a little bit of info here. They flip first, like the leech. And unfortunately, we don't have an additional way to lend support. Like Claw, honestly, Claw or Mr. Fantastic, if you want to go a little bit cheaper, has some merit in this style of deck specifically. I think I just chow down here and then keep on waiting. Yeah. Well, yeah, the Valkyrie's leached. But basically, Mr. Fantastic or Claw would be able to add a buff to a lane that's locked down by the Professor X, or a lane that has been reset the set of 3s by the Valk. Now you're going to show Sandman. None of those are targetable by Shang-Chi. Okay, so Ramp got us. Our draws did not feel great. Also, the Professor X straight off of the wave, pretty ballsy when we didn't have any additional, like any high power cards to be able to pair there. What we really wanted was a demon to be able to play alongside, or something else to show that we had a little bit more edge. But as a shot in the dark, I don't know. I'm glad we took it, but here we got to retreat. So here is the deck in all of its void sabotaging glory. I mean, it is so satisfying when you push the void across with the Viper. I mean, I wish at times like that you could get the cam of the opponent's reaction, because they have to just be losing it that you were able to develop a 23-point swing against them. Like, how do they react? They even lost a space on their board. Some decks, of course, will have a way to be able to deal with the void, but they're few and far between. Destruction decks are not very prominent right now. Destruction decks are the natural kryptonite to the clutter style of lists, but this deck, honestly, could still do very well against a destruction deck, because you have the Professor X to lock a lane down. You have the Valkyrie to take down large cards if they are consolidating a lot of power into a Pinnacle Venom. If they're consolidating a lot of power into a Death, you'd be able to tweak that away with the Valkyrie and just unwrite it. And then with your mob of cards on your side of the board, still be able to come out with the win. This deck has a lot of avenues to be able to get in the victory. If you guys pick it up, I hope it earns you many cubes on your climb up to infinite. Until next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.